Hello, welcome back to part 2 of how to tune a Kora. One thing you definitely probably want to do is make your own tuning maps, or I could make these available if you need to. I could have downloads available through my website. But anyway, a tuning map is basically almost like looking down on the bridge of a Kora like that, right? So you could imagine going from low to high, lower to higher, same as you go from lower to higher on the instrument. So there's actually three major tuning standards, but we'll do two of them today. One of them is called Tamora Ba, also known as Salaba, and the notes go F, G, A sharp, C, D, E, and back to F. And how you set this up on the Kora is a little bit weird. Here, let's get this other one out of the way, so it's not so confusing. All right, so you'll notice that it skips the first two notes. Here, we'll get this. Here, my tire pressure gauge will be a pointer here. The first two strings on the Kora are both on the left-hand side, and they are a fifth apart. You have an F note and a C note, and then a D, then an E. Then the fifth note is back over here, and then it starts skipping and zigzagging back and forth until you run out of space all the way up here on the 18th string on the left side, and you go back over here to the right-hand side, and 19, 20, and 21 are once again here on the right-hand side. So it seems weird, but it actually sets you up in quite a nice way where both the root notes are on the end here. On the corners, you have two F notes there and there, an octave apart. And it sets you up so you have two F notes right across from each other, two D notes across from each other, two A sharps, two Gs, two Es, all across directly from each other, an octave apart in the middle. So, Tamora Ba, that's how this one is set up here. Let me switch hands here. So you basically go F, C, D, E, G, A sharp, D, F, A, C, E. Then going back to the other side, it goes, here, let me get more on the side here. F, A, C, E, G, A sharp, D, F, G, A. And that is called Tamora Ba, which means the main road. It's basically a major scale. It's very much like F major. And you can do the same thing for Tamora Masengo, which is kind of like a minor scale. Works well with C minor. And so yeah, it's basically just a map looking down from the top on both sides there. And you always have to remember that all Kora tunings have that thing where they skip a fifth. They go from an F to a C on those first two notes. Now, if your Kora has other notes that come over the end of the bridge over here, those are probably the missing notes in between here and here. You might have one or two notes right here that you could tune to any missing notes between there and there. Or some Koras just have a super low note over the end. Can go all different ways. But anyway, yeah, you just obviously you manipulate your tuners however that works. These are actually classical guitar tuners. Some have piano pinions, some have those wooden pegs. The really old school ones have leather straps. If you have a leather strap, oh my gosh, you don't need a lesson from me if you're using leather straps, but you know how that would just work by moving the strap up and down the neck. And those are called, I think those are called console straps. Anyway, but yeah, modern Koras usually just have guitar tuners. So, hope that's useful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.